Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to commence the commemoration. I now invite Mr. Undersecretary General, Mr. Atul Khare in DSS to begin. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, survivors, family and friends, excellencies, dear colleagues, a very good morning to everyone here with us at headquarters, and good afternoon and good evening to those of us joining around the world via live webcast. As we gather today on this solemn occasion, we remember and honor our fallen family members, friends, and colleagues who lost their lives in the service of peace and humanity. This day, designated as World Humanitarian Day by the General Assembly in 2008, serves as a powerful reminder of the sacrifices made by those who serve in the most challenging circumstances. I would now like to invite the Undersecretary General, Mr. Atul Khare, to deliver his remarks on behalf of the Secretary General, which will include a call for a minute of silence. We kindly ask that no photographs are taken during the moment of silence.
Excellencies, colleagues, survivors, dear friends, one and all, it is with deep respect that I join you today to mark the 22nd anniversary of the tragic bombing of the United Nations headquarters at the Canal Hotel in Baghdad. On this day, 22 of our colleagues, including our collaborators and UN personnel, were killed in an act of unspeakable violence. Among them was Sergio Vera de Mello, the Secretary General's Special Representative for Iraq, a man whose life was devoted to peace, justice, and the dignity of all people. We also remember the many others who were wounded physically and emotionally on that day, including several colleagues present here today. Their suffering, their resilience, and their courage remain an enduring testament to the tragedy we commemorate. Today, we honor not only those we lost, but all who continue to bear the scars of that horrific attack. The Canal Hotel was not just a mission base. It was a symbol of our presence and our purpose in Iraq. That symbol was targeted, not for what it was, but for what it stood for, the ideals of the United Nations. Each year, we gather not only to mourn, but also to remember and to recommit. We recall the courage and compassion of those we lost. We honor the families and friends who continue to carry their memory with strength and grace. And we renew our commitment to the principles for which they lived and died. My own personal and enduring ties to Iraq remain strong. Earlier this year, I visited Baghdad and was deeply touched by the unwavering support from both staff and government officials in their efforts to honor the memory of all our colleagues, including Sergio Avero de Mello. There is a shared commitment to those we lost, and the government advised me that there are discussions underway for a permanent memorial of this tragic event in Iraq. Much has changed in 22 years. The world has grown more complex and volatile, and the threats our personnel face are increasingly unpredictable. Yet, the United Nations remains present in some of the most dangerous corners of the world because our duty is to those who need us most. Last year was the deadliest on record for United Nations personnel. This year may prove even worse. These sobering facts compel us not to retreat in fear, but to act with urgency. We must do more to protect our people. We must continue to strengthen our security, improve our preparedness, and foster a culture of accountability and care. At the same time, we must also affirm our faith in the human spirit. We must believe that dialogue can prevail over violence, that dignity can rise above division, and that the lives we lost in Baghdad and in so many other places since will not have been in vain. Today, as we lay this wreath, let it also be a pledge that we will not forget, that we will carry forward their legacy, and that we will hold fast to our shared mission of peace, dignity, and hope for all. I now invite you to join me in a moment of silence in the honor of the fallen and those who continue to endure. Thank you. Shukran.
Thank you, Mr. Khare. May I now invite Mr. Luqman Al-Faili, Ambassador of Iraq, to deliver his remarks on behalf of Iraq.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Mr. Under Secretary, ladies and gentlemen, dear survivors, colleagues, ambassadors, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's my honor to stand today as we commemorate the loss of those who dedicated their lives to making the world a better place. 22 years have passed since the devastating, tragic terrorist bombing of the Al-Canal Hotel in Baghdad on August 19, 2003, where we lost the United Nations Special Representative in Iraq, Mr. Sergio de Mello, and many other of his brave colleagues. Their sacrifice reminds us of the courage required to promote humanitarian values. Today, we honor their legacy and the enduring commitment of those who continue this vital work despite the associated risk. On the same day, 6 years later, on August 19, 2009, Iraq endured another tragedy when the Ministry of Foreign Affairs was attacked by terrorists, resulting in the loss of 47 colleagues. We recognize that terrorism is an enemy of humanity and must be confronted with steadfastness and resolve. I reaffirm Iraq's unwavering commitment to support efforts that alleviate the suffering of victims and to continue our global common fight against terrorism and violence. On behalf of my government, I express our deepest gratitude to the members of United Nations serving in Iraq who continue Mr. de Mello's noble cause of bringing stability and security to the people of Iraq. I extend my heartfelt condolences to the families of Mr. de Mello and all victims of this tragic event. Let us honor the memory of those who have made ultimate sacrifice in pursuit of a better world. Our prayers are with their families. May their soul rest in peace. Finally, on this World Humanitarian Day, we pause to honor the extraordinary courage and steadfastness of humanitarian workers across the world. These individuals put their lives on the line to bring relief, comfort, and hope to those who are most often in need. Whether they are providing aid to conflict zones, responding to natural disasters, or addressing hunger and disease, their work is driven by an unwavering commitment to humanity and compassion. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador Al-Faili. May I now invite Abdul Rashid, the co-chair of the Standing Committee on the Security and Independence of International Civil Service, to deliver his remarks on behalf of the committee.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Your Excellency, Under-Secretary General, Mr. Atul Khare. Your Excellency, Ambassador Luqman Al-Faili. Dear distinguished guests, dear colleagues, 22 years ago today, the world witnessed an attack that shattered not just a building in Baghdad, but the heart of humanitarian values. The Canal Hotel bombing on 19th of August 2003 claimed 22 precious lives and wounded many more, forever altering international service. Those who perished were dedicated servants of humanity. Sergio Vieira de Mello, Nadia Yunus, Arthur Hilton, and 19 others believed compassion triumphs over conflict, that dialogue bridges division. The survivors who emerged from the rubble carried unbreakable determination, that they have taught us that the pursuit of peace and humanitarian service cannot be silenced by terror. As we observe World Humanitarian Day today, let us remember that behind every statistic is a human story, a person who chose service over safety, compassion over comfort. In 2014, a terrorist attack at the Serena Hotel in Kabul has claimed the lives of many, including our dear colleague Wasim Ali Muzzaman, while he was on a mission in Afghanistan. Wasim Ali Muzzaman was silenced, but his mission was not. Others have continued his humanitarian work in the same spirit, including his daughter Lana Zaman, who is with us today. She continues her father's legacy, carrying the torch forward as a compassionate and dedicated international civil servant. Humanitarian staff will defy all efforts and attempts to crush their mission. Even as we honor the memory of colleagues who lost their lives in the line of duty, we are reminded of grim statistics. In the deadliest year yet for attacks on United Nations humanitarian staff, 380 aid workers were killed across 20 countries in 2024. Nearly 2/3 of these fatalities occurred in Gaza. At UNRWA alone, 243 of 13,000 staff members have been killed. That is 1 out of every 50 colleagues. This year, the theme for World Humanitarian Day is accountability. How can those who are responsible for the deaths continue targeting aid workers and civilians with impunity? To condemn such acts is to uphold morality, principle, and international law, and none of which should be considered controversial. These attacks create ripple effects beyond individual tragedies. When aid workers are targeted, populations lose access to life-saving assistance. When colleagues cannot safely deliver food, clothing, and medicine, millions suffer. We have proven that targeting humanitarian workers only strengthens our resolves. Each attack reminds us why our work matters. Each loss reinforces our commitment to justice, dignity, and the belief that every human life has value. The sacrifice of our colleagues lost in service around the world demands our continued dedication in the principles they died defending. Thank you. Shukran jazilan lakum.
Thank you, Mr. Al-Rashid. And with this remark, the ceremony is now concluded. Thank you all for your participation.